Hello, my name's Kathy Williams from Brisbane, Australia, and of those of you that have become fans of mine and have watched my over 300 videos, you might have noticed I have quite a reasonable staccato, and I thought I might take 5 or 10 minutes to discuss how I got to that staccato and how you can achieve that as well. Now, ideally you want your staccato tone to be the same tone as your normal legato tone, just a little bit shorter. So the best way to get a very round, plummy, light staccato tone is first to have a really good legato tone. So for that I would recommend heaps of long tones and legato exercises to give yourself a really solid bass, because if you haven't got the solid bass, then you haven't got anything. Now, the first step to getting a really fast light staccato is to start with a really slow light staccato, and that's where one of these things is your very best friend, my trusty old metronome. So to start with, you want to get the same tone on your staccato as you do on your legato, and the first way to do that is to actually play a long tone and then gradually make it into shorter and shorter bits so that the tone doesn't change. For example, careful, while it's quite easy to achieve a good staccato tone down the lower end of the instrument, when you get into the clarion and altissimo registers, it's slightly harder to avoid a really nasty th-th undertone, which you can get if you don't have the right support. And then in the altissimo register, you really have to focus the sound, otherwise it will go into the next overtone. So funny that in the clarion it wants to revert to the lower overtone, undertone, and in the altissimo register it wants to go up. For example, an E can very easily turn into an A. Now, once you've tried a few of these, try every note. I mean, this is going to take weeks. It's not going to happen overnight. But once you've gotten, you know, what you consider a reasonable sound for staccato, the next thing is getting it faster. Now, the very best way to start is to pop the metronome on 60 and do repeated note scales. The scales that I recommend to start off with are the 3-octave ones, because that gives you the entire range of the clarinet. So you start on E. What you do is you pop the metronome on, and you just do staccato quavers. And down. And then once you've decided that you've got the control at 60 and quavers, you can then tone them into triplets. And then once you've got the hang of the triplets, you then break into semiquavers. to enable you to get a better sound in the clarion register, what I would prescribe is actually doing a repeated note chromatic scale starting on C. Just so that you annihilate that nasty little th-th overtone. And the same goes for the altissimo register. I would start on top C. Generally stop on the A, but if you're really feeling adventurous, go up to the top C. So basically from there, you just gradually notch it up. So 63, and again. And also try to make sure your tongue doesn't move too much. See, the secret to a really fast staccato is one where the tongue hardly moves. And you might find that the tongue changes positions on the reed as well, depending on which octave and how fast you are. But that's personally up to you. So yeah, so we gradually move the metronome round. This is at 132. And so on. I used to be able to get up to 144. And basically, if you can do a repeat note 3-octave scale at 144, then that nasty passage in the Nielsen suddenly gets so much easier. So I can still do it. Well done me. And also another key is very good support. And also I was thinking that that nasty little Midsummer Night's Dream suddenly becomes a lot easier from staccato. Next is, once you've gotten sick of the repeated note scales, is to find exercises that enforce that light staccato. And you'll find many of these exercises I've already recorded for you on YouTube. If we start with the Rosé 40 etudes, you can start with number 8. Etc. I mean, that's got some great staccato stuff, as does number 6. It's got some really good stuff later on. So that's in the sextuplets at about 92. Quite challenging. Also number 11 is fantastic. Started at about 76 per sextuplet. Again, fantastic staccato. I was given a wonderful staccato exercise by Longinus. I don't know which book it's from, but that's at about 144, but it basically follows the G major scale and arpeggio, and it was my Bible for years. So I've got it somewhere. Number 16 is also very good. So fantastic. As is number 17, number 19, even number 20. A really good one is number 22 of the 40 studies. So lots of repeated notes there, and it gets really fantastic during the middle because you explore the 3 octaves of B. So